Hello everyone, Matt here. I quickly want to show off a small multiscript that I made. Now, yesterday somebody asked about Kontakt and how would you combine piano and strings, for example, while the strings holding a chord in the background and the piano is playing an arpeggio, ostinato figure in the foreground. Now what he exactly meant was, if I play this, it should be in the background, the strings playing exactly the same notes in the same range. Now, the problem is, if you do an ostinato figure like this, it gets complicated. For example, I press the sustain pedal and play the notes repeatedly, and that could lead to a very nasty buildup in the strings. So the best solution, since you can't edit the instruments and edit their behavior very well, I made a little multiscript. If you don't know, multiscript, here with the KSP button, these are kind of pre-processors for the incoming MIDI before it gets sent out to the instruments. Now, here a little ostinato helper with essentially the basics, and it's very hacky, so if it doesn't work as you would expect, I'm very sorry. It was the best that I could come up with in this short time, and it was a fun challenge to program something like this. Now, you can change destination MIDI channel. By default it's 2. The MIDI destination channel where your bad instrument lies. In this example, flautando strings from Spitfire Audio's chamber strings, and the number of notes your ostinato is playing. Now, to be clear about that, I'll bypass it quickly, so I have just a piano. What I mean by the number of notes is, if you have an ostinato that goes like this, these are 3 notes. If you now add a 4th note as a little accent, the question for you, to the composer, to the one using this, is what chord do you want to have in the background? Do you want the figure going like that, or do you really want to have essentially this? Now, this little multiscript is made for the second use case, holding the chord and ignoring these extra non-chord tones, if I might call them that. Now, how does the script work? The script simply just catches all your MIDI data and does a little internal counting. Is this note already playing? Did you play that note already? And if all conditions are met the right way, it sends or doesn't send stuff out. And it's all triggered with the sustain pedal, so it's intended for this soft emotional piano kind of playing, you know. This kind of soft playing with ostinato in the background. I mean, you notice this kind of stuff. So if I now unbypass it so it's active, everything I play gets copied to both instruments. The MIDI data also works, so CC1, here mod wheel or a fader, works with the strings. So you can actually live control this all. Now, the number of notes is 3. If I now press the sustain pedal down and I play 3 notes, it plays these 3 notes and holds them. If I let go, of course both instruments let go. Now, the thing is, if I play a 4th note, it gets ignored because the number of notes I defined is reached. So I now make something ugly in the high key range and just... And here the strings are still playing the original chord. You also see it here. The voices are 3, the 3 simple notes. If I let go, jumps out for the release samples, and that's it. Now, for a little use case, how would I use it in such a ostinato figure? I leave the bass notes out because those are two extra notes that I'm just ignoring for now, and just go with my right hand, a small ostinato with the pedal down, and try to improvise something. Excuse me, I'm not a pianist, so it is what it is. Okay, that's essentially it. It works in a specific manner. It's really hacky. It's not ultra professional grade. I'm not sure if there are any more bugs in there. But one thing I have to say, a caveat, is if you use the sustain pedal, you have to play a little differently than you would on a piano. I said I'm not a pianist, so I might be totally wrong. But if you overlap the two chords, if you overlap notes, this script essentially, once the pedal is down, it counts the voice and then discards everything else. If you then play a new note in there, it gets discarded as well. So you would have to lift the pedal, play the note, and then you can push down again. So to quickly demonstrate this behavior, if the pedal is now down, I play 3 notes, and for example a half step down, I play a different chord, and then let the pedal go. I play 1 note of the new chord and let the pedal go. It doesn't necessarily work. Now, since my script is waiting until the voice count is reached, you can actually work with that. It's just the first round down, the first note is missing. It's maybe a little hard to understand, but I play 3 notes, and I play the first note of the second chord I'm playing, and then let the pedal go. Press the pedal down again, and then I repeat the ostinato. Then we have the last one playing. So that's how it works. As said, it's not without fault, but it's a quick hacky solution to a very specific problem. You find the download link for the script below in the description. Have a nice day and see you soon.